Good morning. You're listening to Slices of Wenatchee. We're excited to bring you a closer look at one of our top stories and other important happenings every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Today, a familiar voice, a timeless mission. We're celebrating Dave Herald and his 50-year career behind the mic. Before we continue, have you joined Neighbor yet? If not, download the app today and join local conversations about issues that matter. Neighbor is a site just for our local community focused on facts, not misinformation. Best of all, it's free for everyone. To learn more, visit wenatcheeworld.com/NABUR. Now, let's jump in. Before streaming apps and digital playlists, mornings in the Wenatchee Valley began with the unmistakable voice of Dave Herald, or, as his loyal listeners know him, Dave in the Morning. For 5 decades, that voice has greeted early risers, shared weather updates, played the hits, and reminded people day in and day out that someone out there was rooting for them. It all started back in 1976, when a young man with a Chrysler Cordoba and a trunk full of ambition rolled into town. Dave remembers stopping at a light on Mission Street and being welcomed by a total stranger who tossed a $5 bill onto his windshield and said, "Welcome to Wenatchee." That single moment set the tone for what would become a lifelong love affair with the Valley and the people who call it home. His fascination with radio began in childhood, fiddling with a crystal radio set in his bedroom near Seattle. He'd stay up late catching distant frequencies, tuning into faraway cities when the skip was just right. When he'd got a chance to read the weather live on air in Bellevue, the spark became a flame. He'd caught the radio bug and never let it go. By the time Dave arrived in Wenatchee, he had already built up years of on-air experience. But what he found here was something special. A station where radio was still live, still local, and still about the people first. Morning shows weren't programmed by algorithms or playlists generated by software. They were built on personality and connection. Dave didn't just play music. He made you feel like he was speaking directly to you. As he put it was like chatting with your neighbor over the backyard fence. That's the tone he carried for 50 years. And in those 5 decades, Dave Herald has been a voice of calm during crisis and joy during celebration. He was on the air for Mount St. Helens, countless snow days, community fundraisers, and school closings. Through every major moment, his voice was a steady companion, trusted, familiar, and local. He and his wife Linda have long given back through charity efforts, organizing lip sync contests in the 80s and 90s, helping raise money for nonprofits, and staying actively involved with apple blossom and other Valley traditions. When friends and fans recently threw him a celebration for his 50th anniversary, Dave said it wasn't about him. It was about thanking the community that made it all possible. These days, he's the general manager and morning show host at Sunny FM, still getting up early, still cracking the mic at 6 a.m., coffee in hand. People still recognize his voice at restaurants, gas stations, even at Denny's. Looking ahead, he's got no plans to stop. In fact, he's always thinking up new ways to surprise listeners, including his Pay It Forward segments that encourage spontaneous acts of kindness. For more, head over to wenatcheeworld.com. Are you passionate about the issues shaping North Central Washington? Then you won't want to miss the Wenatchee World Forum at Pybus. This monthly event brings together newsmakers and the community to dive into the topics that matter most. It's your chance to engage, ask questions, and be part of the conversation shaping our region's future. Have questions or need more info? Visit wenatcheeworld.com/forum. Now, a few other stories you should know about. A tragic homicide along Highway 97 has claimed the life of Adnan Abu Amma, a 68-year-old East Wenatchee man and executive director of TranCare, a nonprofit that provides transportation to low-income patients. Abu Amma was found fatally shot in his car south of Beebe Bridge on Wednesday. Authorities say he may have been meeting with a teen suspect to discuss a transaction involving precious metals. A 16-year-old was arrested in Bridgeport the next day, and investigators believe the meeting had been arranged by text in the days leading up to the shooting. The case remains under investigation as the community mourns the loss of a man who helped so many. The Wenatchee Convention Center just unveiled a new sculpture titled Reflections, created by local artist Kaiten Wrench and her father, CJ Wrench. The artwork marks the completion of a major $16 million expansion that adds 19,000 square feet of modern event space, including the sleek new Fountain Hall. With updated tech, breakout rooms, and more restrooms and elevators, the center is now better equipped for gatherings large and small. Wenatchee voters could be asked to approve a $294 million bond in November 2026 to fund a brand new high school and critical HVAC upgrades across the district. Approved unanimously by the school board, the proposal addresses overcrowding and aging infrastructure at Wenatchee High School, which was built in 1971 and now serves far more students than it was designed for. Students have spoken out about extreme temperatures, lack of natural light, and even smoke intrusion during wildfire season. If passed, the bond would keep the district's tax rate steady by replacing expiring debt with support from state construction funds. Sign-ups are now open through December 1st for the annual Stuff a Sack Pack Drive, a community effort that delivers packages filled with hygiene items, snacks, and encouragement cards to homeless and at-risk teens in 8 local schools. The project, led by Wenatchee Valley Community Roots, also includes pizza and coffee vouchers for each student and ensures all donations are delivered confidentially. Thanks for listening. For more information on all the stories you heard today, visit us at WenatcheeWorld.com. The Wenatchee World has been engaging, informing, and inspiring North Central Washington communities since 1905. We encourage you to subscribe today to keep your heart and mind connected to what matters most in North Central Washington. Thanks for starting your morning with us, and don't forget to subscribe to Slices of Wenatchee wherever you listen to podcasts.